The Gambia still faces challenges with protecting its biodiversity, even though our country is endowed with different species of plants and animals. Securing our wildlife and caring for our environment is our responsibility, and preserving it is key for the environment and our future.
This project is about supporting food security and ecosystem resilience for sustainable management of wetlands in West Africa through Earth observation data.
The Department of Parks and Wildlife Management is the focal point of the Global Monetary for Environment and Security project, which seeks to improve the knowledge of West Africa in sustaining wetlands to support food security and ecosystem resilience for sustainable management through Earth observation data. A project of this sort requires international collaboration for conservation of the affected areas.
We are collaborating with other international partners in the sub-region and globally to manage and support each other in the field of conservation and environmental management in a broad sense.
Given the nature of the project, it makes sense for us to be linked to several neighboring countries.
The Sustainable Wetland Management Project, using Earth observation as a tool to manage our wetlands, is a regional project that was developed, spearheaded by the Monitoring Center for Ecology in Senegal. And then we work with them, with other countries, 7 countries in West Africa, to see how best we can improve management of wetlands, how we call it in the Mandinka, Bantafaro, the wetlands, so that at least it can be beneficial to our local communities that are living around. But we are using this, using the Earth observation tools, the maps, the GIS tools and maps, so that at least we can know better what is the status of the area in the past and present, and project what can be the status in the future, so that at least together with the communities, with all stakeholders, we design a framework to manage these resources better.
In order for us to know where we want to go, we have to know how we got to where we are.
We have Tambi and Nomi. We are using the maps of 2000, 2010 and 2018. So those 3 maps will allow us to analyze the status of the area.
The purpose of it is to manage wetland resources, wetland resilience against climate change. In a nutshell, we are mitigating against climate change in the wetlands here. As you know, wetlands are very important when it comes to biodiversity conservation. But right now, they are under serious ontological pressure.
The encroachment, the advancement of the mangrove or whatever, so that at least we can know what is the real problem, what are the areas that we are losing for settlement or for development or for roads or for what, and how can we better protect the place so that we can improve the status of the wetlands.
Once we have investigated, we then need to collate our data to inform our future actions.
We want to publish this data so that we can mainstream it into our national curriculum. Students can know all about their environment, biodiversity from an early age, from primary, secondary, up to tertiary institutions, so that we can be environmentally responsible in the future.
Although it has not always had the resources to manage and protect the wetlands and attendant wildlife in the ways it would like, the Gambia has long seen this as a priority concern. In January 1997, we signed the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands of International Importance, especially as waterfowl habitat.
Gambie National Park is a Ramsar site. So some of the activities that we should do in the Ramsar site is restoration of the ecosystem. That's the key activity we are doing here. We are planting mangrove to restore the ecosystem so that all fish, oyster, clams, manatees, crocodiles and all the animals that depend on wetlands are able to exist within the wetland.
As climate change threatens the planet, the ecosystem is being jeopardized. Our ecosystem and wildlife are being greatly harmed or depleted by motor vehicle exhaust fumes, over-farming, over-harvesting of oysters, and garbage dumping. Before we get to restore that which has been taken away or depleted, how do we know what needs to be preserved and protected?
It means wetlands that are used by migratory birds, pelagic migrants that fly from Europe to Africa to Asia, used as staging points or overwintering grounds.
There are, of course, serious challenges of administering these sites.
The Gambie is located within a very dense urbanization area. You have Banjul, you have Serekunda, and you have Brikama. All are in the fringe of this wetland.
Terre bu ñu am si Tambie bi moom bi si gën a bari mooy mbalit bi nga xam ne nit yi dañ koy ñëw di ko tuur si Tambie bi. dañ koy tuur si Tambie bi ba su demee ba def jàll ñu jël ko laka boobu noonu tàngoor bi di dem si mangue yi di rey mangue yi wala bu passé loolu tamit mbuus si mbalit yooyu tamit yeneen dañuy dugg si ndox bi bu demee place yi mu doon jaar yu bari dañ dog mangue yi léegi mbalit boo dafa dem direct si ndox bi waaye bu fekkente ne doguñ mangue yi da ngay gis ne mangue yi seen reen yi mangue yi li muy liggéey dafa bari reen yi nga xam ne moom la mangue yi am rek su passé fi nga xam ne fa la jën yi di noppale ko waaye mbalit bi nga xam ne dafa dugg si géej bi reni mangi yo la de trap
manko la doko katu nganya ka bo manko le bala andu fanan nye ka wulu manko le bala nyi nyankaro fanan aka kilo la manko le bala woto manko ni atinya e fen jamale tinya banko e anin fanan aka baji yo tankale aka na bula sate kono.
We have the support of all the communities, all the alcalos. We have a committee that is helping us to do all this job, but we're still finding these things as challenges.
Today, Gambie is preventing our city capital of disappearance because Gambie is the sponge that is absorbing the waves and all this, so that at least you don't have this water spillage in the city. And we need to protect those mangrove stands.